Hey guys, welcome back to the Gen X Gen Z podcast with your host AJ.
And your host, Cece.
And today we're going to be talking about cultures that steal from other cultures and don't give credit or kind of dismiss and yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much we're talking about, when one culture does a situation or a thing, and then another culture comes and does it not actually better, but just do it and is being pushed
Praise,
to,
like
it's being
praise.
praised and then it's being pushed out to an audience that the original creator didn't get. And then now all of a sudden they're a viral sensation. But it's just like, but you took that from another culture and you did not give credit where credit was due.
Exactly. Or they come out later on and try to give credit where it's like it's too late. You already been successful by this
And
like
made millions off of it.
exactly,
you
and
know?
that's something we want to talk about. And like, I really want to start this off with, like I said, for example, a prime example is Charlie D'Amelio taking from the black girl that made the running gay dance, something like renegade dance.
That's when TikTok first started,
Yeah,
right?
that's when TikTok first started, and she came out and obviously took that girl dance and didn't give no type of credit for. And people were like, the host, the girl had came out and was like, "Hey, that's my dance." And like I said, Charlie eventually gave credit, but it's like, girl, you already was successful. It's no point. You already reaping the benefits when you could have just easily tagged her name and been like, "This is the creator I got it from." And that's something I kind of noticed with TikTok when it was first starting or becoming very popular. A lot of Caucasian creators were taken from black creators and not giving no type of credit where it's due. But then at the same time, when their kinds of people does it, they're able to link. All of a sudden, they're able to link their names. They're able to shout them out and stuff. And it's just showing you don't have respect for the black culture, but you're able to take from it and claim it as your own and reap the benefits. That's what I'm saying. And then like I said, back to that, she eventually gave her credit, but it's like, even then, it's like the girl didn't get nowhere as
And we
much.
still don't know who the girl is.
I think it's like Jamar something, start with a J.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it's still hard to figure out who she is, because it's like, and then Charlie D'Amelio sitting up here with over 100 million followers on TikTok, and all she did create a dance that she stole from a black person.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah, I see that a lot on TikTok. Right now, it's a fashion designer. I forgot what country he's from, but he was taking trash and making it into a design. And he was standing on this little thing that makes him rock back and forth. And he had this type of cultural type of music playing behind him. And what he'll do is he'll take, a pair of shoes and then he'll flash them down, and then he'll, go into a whole outfit of a design that he created from what he called trash. And he's blowing up right now. Right now, as we speak, he's blowing up. But then you can see other people doing it from other different countries that's doing it right now, trying to, and not tagging him, not giving him credit, not doing any of that, and trying to claim it as their own. And my thing is, yes, it's okay to be inspired by someone, but your inspiration should
Lead back to the original creator. Like, you have to give props where it's due.
period.
Don't try to claim it as your own. And that's what I'm seeing a lot these days. Everybody, they know who they got it from. That's the crazy thing about it. They know exactly who they got it from versus just shouting them out, tagging them. It's like, I'm just going to take this and do it as my own. And when I pop off better than them,
I popped off and I'm
yeah,
catch my check.
yeah,
That's what they're
and yeah,
doing.
and then now they're reaping the benefits, and then now the original creator is sitting up there having their ideas stolen, and then not getting anything from it. And most of the time, I'm seeing it happen with like people of other cultures, especially Caucasian people, doing it to black creators. And like I say, even K-pop, which is we're gonna
I was
get
about
into.
to say, not just them.
Does that.
K-pop do it too.
K-pop whole, like, most of K-pop is based off of black culture. Like, they say inspired, but like they don't, like, for example, they don't treat black people with the respect. Like, I heard black artists coming out saying they wrote popular songs that popped off for K-pop, certain K-pop groups, and they don't get paid a lot for their songs. It's like they sell their songs and then they get paid like bare minimum when the song made millions and billions of dollars. So it's one of
Mm-hmm.
those type of things where they don't really respect the people, but they like everything that comes with the culture. They like our style, they like our music, they like everything about it, but then they don't want to respect black people. Or even, for example, like K-pop is very global now. It's going very global. Why haven't we seen one Blasian person in a group or in the industry? They're debuting Asian people, but not any Blasian people. And K-pop is literally based heavily on, or inspired, or whatever you want to call it, on black culture. But you can't even put black people, mix black people with any type of Asian to represent, if that makes
Well, the
sense.
one time that they did do it, which was not too long ago, they kicked the girl out, talking about the girl gone on hiatus,
Oh,
and she's no longer to be found. And it's
yeah,
just like, and they didn't even give a farewell, a goodbye, or
yeah.
anything. They just made a post. Was it just a
Yeah, it
post?
was Katseye. She's talking about Katseye Manon that recently, not recently, but a few months ago went on hiatus, and we haven't heard any updates. They're going on tour. Nothing. There's no type of updates, and I feel like they're benefiting from like us not knowing, like, is she coming back, is she not, like, it's kind of like keeping everybody on edge, but they still want us to tune into the group.
They trying to see how you guys gonna react to it,
Kicking
because
her out,
then they
yeah.
use her to even get started.
Yeah,
Like,
they did.
because
Like,
she was
she
the
was the
only one.
center of the group. She was a
And
visual.
she was the only one who had already had clout for herself before she even got
Yeah,
in the
she
group,
was.
right?
Yep.
She had already been going viral and everything, so they used her in the group to get the group popping. Now that the group is popping, it's like they put her in the back. They put girls. If she was in the group right now, we was the K-pop group. The girl, they'll put the girl back here
Can't even
behind
see
this
her.
flower. We wouldn't even be able to see her.
And then, like, I think the messed up thing is they call themselves a global group, but you kick out one of the global people that a lot of people tune in to be like, oh, she looks like me. You kicked her out, so it's not a global group. It's literally just a group full of Asian mixed girls. Like, it's no longer a global group because you kicked the only black member out. So it's like, it's just
Yeah.
showing again they don't really like us, but they like our culture and everything that comes with it.
And that's the thing, because I hear you sometimes listen to some of the music, and then I'm like, wait a minute, I heard that song before, but not the song that she's listened to. I heard like maybe something from TLC or something from another group that I grew up listening to, and I'm like, that sounds just like the song. It's like, but I don't see where they gave that artist credit or anything like that. And so what I would do is I'm like, girl, because sometimes you don't believe me. I like, let me go to YouTube and pull
No,
it up
I
and
believe
show
you because
you
I know, like, they
and
like
show you
heavily
exactly
inspired.
that they, yeah, heavily inspired. And that's not a problem with that. If you're inspired by that, just give credit where credit's due. Okay, send a royalty check to the artist or something like that,
Exactly.
especially because it's illegal to do that over here, and they are crossing over to the United States right now. So it's just like you guys show respect to the
And I think it's
artist.
very weird that K-pop fans or stans, they call themselves stans, tend to like not see it. They're blinded by that. Like when people call out their group, like for example, Cordish is a new group coming out, and I'm talking about heavily, like heavy on black culture and the black hip hop influence. And like they were saying on an interview, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but they were saying like, oh, we're inspired by, they were saying K-pop groups like BTS, I think Blackpink or something like that. But in their music, if you listen to their music, it's hip hop. So I'm like, where did BTS and Blackpink inspire you when they took from hip hop culture themselves? So you can't do that. You have to be honest and be like, I'm inspired by Beyonce, or I'm inspired by a popular rapper. Like, give us credit. Like every time y'all go back to these K-pop groups saying they inspire you when your music is hip hop or based heavily on black culture, it's like, why can't you just be like, oh, TLC inspired me, Destiny's Child inspired me? Like, give to the original artist, not somebody who's been taken just like you're taken. Like, you gotta.
They
be
tried to give
respectful.
credit for Michael Jackson one time, but it's like Michael Jackson inspired everybody,
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, but that beat that I hear right now, baby,
That's
that was
not
taken from
Michael Jackson.
somebody
That's
else.
somebody else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so put them into the credit as well. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, and also respecting, the culture too, like respecting the people. Don't just like the stuff and then disrespect the people. That's what they're doing.
Want
They're
the
creating
dollars.
all these global groups, and when they do put a black member, when they do put a black member in there, they're taken out. They're mistreated. They're kind of like the token person where they just put in to be like diversity, like diversity. Here's your diversity, and then treat
Makeup
them
not
wrong.
done correctly, hair not done correctly,
Don't try to learn them.
not finding a wardrobe that they claim can't fit them, but it's like they're not too much bigger than the artist that's in the group. So it's just different things like that they make them feel so uncomfortable behind the scenes. And then even when they come in front of the scenes, the audience clearly see it. It's like
Yeah,
we
like we
clearly
see
see
it.
that you're mistreating this young lady, and she's not being shown properly. She's being covered up, And I just thought that that was so wrong, especially since they used this particular person to pop off.
Exactly, like they used Manon to really get the group popular, or really used her. Like I said, cause like the group was going to be a group, like everybody was tuning into them. I'm not gonna lie, and people still are tuning into them. But I think the whole reason why people looked at Katseye was because they saw a member that looked like them, that they can relate to, in that representation of being like, oh my god, they finally got a black girl in the K, like that's inspired by, like for example, like in the K-pop style, if that makes sense. They're a global group, but they they do K-pop style dances, like they're like trained by a K-pop company. So people look at that and they're like, oh my god, like they finally got somebody that semi look like me or looks like me, and then
Hmm.
just for you to mistreat them. So it's kind of like, it's not a good thing at all, because it's like, okay, you got somebody that represents me, but at the same time you're treating her wrong. So that just tells you that it doesn't make sense when you could easily put the same amount of effort that you put into the other girls into Manon. Like that's what we're saying. It's like, don't sit there and be. It's very backhanded if you
Right, right.
like what I'm trying to say.
Hmm.
It's kind of like, it's very irritating.
Okay. And so, who else been stealing?
Oh, a lot of them. Everybody. I feel like it's
Right.
everybody. I feel like everybody tend to, like, really take from other culture, and it's not just black culture. I've seen other, like, K-pop still do it. They be taking from
I think we're
um
stuck. The camera's stuck.
uh,
So, yeah, so let's just see here. I'm going to probably end it here because the camera just got